In the heart of a sleepy Nigerian village, where the mango trees whisper ancient secrets and the sun paints the earth in gold, Amara and Chike's love blossomed like no other. But dreams pulled them apart, one to the vibrant streets of Paris, the other bound by memories and promises. What happens when distance tests the fiercest of bonds? When the city's seduction calls and hearts are torn between past and present? Welcome to Second Chances in Paris, a story of passion, longing, and the courage to love again. The Village Goodbye. In the sleepy village of Ejinrin, deep in Nigeria's lush heartland, Amara and Chike grew up like two halves of a single soul. Their youthful days were filled with laughter under the blazing sun and whispered dreams beneath the mango tree. Amara, with her ebony skin shimmering like polished obsidian, had eyes that held the fire of passion. Chike, tall and strong, with a gentle smile, loved her with a devotion only a village boy could give. But life had other plans. Chike's sudden chance to study in Paris tore them apart. The night before his departure, their farewell was drenched in longing and silent promises. Amara's fingers traced the contours of his face, memorizing every detail, every curve. Their lips met in a slow, aching kiss, heavy with unspoken desire and pain. The world around them faded, leaving only the heat between their bodies. "Wait for me," Chike whispered against her skin. "I will come back for us." As the dawn broke, Amara watched him disappear down the dusty path, unaware that the story was just beginning, and that Paris would change everything. New life in Paris. Paris was a world away, glittering, cold, and dazzling. Chike found himself lost among towering buildings and endless streets filled with strangers. The bright lights masked the loneliness gnawing at him. He wore his ambition like armor, but every night his thoughts wandered back to Amara's warm embrace and the scent of the village air. At university, he met Claudine, a sophisticated Parisian with sharp eyes and a teasing smile. She was everything Amara wasn't: worldly, confident, and intoxicatingly free. One evening, Claudine invited him to her apartment overlooking the Seine. Their laughter spilled over fine wine, and the tension between them grew electric. In the dim light, her fingers explored his body, awakening desires Chike thought were reserved only for Amara. As they succumbed to the night's passion, Chike felt guilt twist in his chest. Could he betray his promise to the village girl? But the city's temptations whispered promises of a new beginning. Amara's waiting heart. Back in Ejinrin, Amara clung to every letter Chike sent. His words spoke of cold winters and Parisian streets, but never of loneliness. Yet, beneath her calm, her heart burned with jealousy and fear. Did Chike think of her? Did another woman touch the hands that once held hers? Days turned to months, and the village no longer held the same charm. Amara's skin flushed with memories of the last night, the tender touch of his lips. Her body ached for his return, for the safety of his arms. She longed to feel his strong hands exploring her curves again, to lose herself in his heated kisses beneath the starlit sky. Her nights were restless, filled with dreams so vivid she could almost feel his breath on her neck. But the silence from Paris grew louder, and her heart whispered fears she dared not voice. Was their love strong enough to survive the distance and desire? Temptation's grip. In Paris, Chike was drowning in a whirl of passion and doubt. Claudine was insistent, seductive, and unrelenting. Every brush of her skin against his was like fire, igniting parts of him he had never known. Their nights blurred into endless caresses, whispered secrets, and shared ecstasy. Yet, in the quiet moments, Chike's mind drifted to Amara, her soft hands, her laughter, and the promise he had made. He tried to resist Claudine's advances, but the city's allure was powerful, and its resolve weakened with every intoxicating encounter. One evening, Claudine pressed him against her silk sheets, her eyes dark with desire. "Why hold back?" she murmured, tracing the line of his jaw. "Paris is for living, for feeling." Cheek's body responded before his heart could speak, as they tumbled into a night of raw passion, guilt tangled with pleasure. Could love and lust coexist? Or was he losing the girl who waited miles away? The unexpected visitor. Amara's world shifted when her cousin Ngozi arrived from Lagos with news. "Chike is coming home," she said, her voice trembling with excitement. "He's finishing school. He wants to see you." The village buzzed with whispers and eager preparation. Amara's heart raced with anticipation and fear. What if Paris changed him? Would he still want the simple life? The thought of seeing him again, feeling his touch, smelling his scent, sent shivers down her spine. Night after night, she dreamed of their reunion, her body aching for his warmth. When he finally stepped off the bus, tall and dressed in foreign clothes, Amara's breath caught. Time had passed, but the fire between them burned fiercely. That night, beneath the moonlight, they held each other close. The village, silent witness to their rekindled desire. Rekindling flames. Their reunion was electric. Chike traced the delicate curves of Amara's face, memorizing her scent and touch like a sacred ritual. Their kisses deepened, tongues dancing in an erotic symphony. The village faded away as their bodies pressed together, skin to skin, igniting a fire that had never truly died. Amara's hands explored the strong planes of Chike's back, while his lips traveled down her neck, leaving a trail of hot kisses. Their passion was desperate, a release of months spent apart, of dreams denied. In the cool night air, they moved together in perfect rhythm, moans mingling with the rustling leaves. The stars bore witness to their love, intense and raw. For a moment, nothing else existed but the two of them. Two hearts claiming second chances beneath the African sky. The city calls again. Paris called Chike back with promises of a brighter future. His time in the village was a balm, but ambition stirred fiercely in its veins. Amara understood, but her heart tightened at the thought of losing him again. Before his departure, they stole private moments, filled with heated glances and stolen touches. One afternoon, in the shade of a baobab tree, Chike pulled Amara close, fingers tracing the curves beneath her dress. "I will come back," he vowed, lips brushing hers in a searing kiss. Back in Paris, Chike felt torn between the bustling city life and the raw, aching love of his village girl. The city's allure whispered promises, but Amara's image haunted his every thought. Forbidden nights. Back in Paris, Chike's nights became restless. Claudine's seductive games intensified, but his heart beat only for Amara. In moments of weakness, he found himself reaching for his phone, rereading her last messages, craving her touch. One night, in a luxury hotel suite, Claudine's lips met his with fiery hunger. Yet, his mind drifted to the simple warmth of Amara's embrace, the softness of her skin beneath moonlight. Guilt and desire waged a fierce battle inside him. Unable to resist any longer, Chike slipped away to a hidden corner of the city, a small park bathed in shadows. There, he closed his eyes and whispered Amara's name, the promise of their love sustaining him. The city's cold night wrapped around him, but his heart remained tethered to the girl from the village, the woman who gave him a second chance. Amara's secret. In the village, Amara harbored a secret. The longing for Chike had awakened a new fire within her, one that pulsed beneath her skin and colored her dreams in vivid hues. She began wearing brighter colors, the folds of her wrapper clinging more daringly to her curves. Her eyes held a newfound confidence, a sensuality that whispered promises only Chike would recognize. One evening, as she bathed in the river, she imagined Chike's hands roaming her body, the heat of his breath on her neck. Her skin tingled, alive with anticipation. Amara was no longer the shy girl waiting in the shadows. She was a woman ready to claim her love and the passion that came with it. Parisian temptation. Chike's Parisian life was a whirlwind of fashion shows, art galleries, and decadent parties. Claudine dazzled him with her charm and whispered promises of a glamorous future. Yet, in the midst of champagne and silk, Chike's thoughts always returned to Amara. The village girl's fiery spirit haunted him, calling him back to a love untouched by luxury. One night, alone in his apartment, Chike traced the outline of Amara's face in his mind. Fingers trembling, he longed to feel her body beneath his, to taste the sweetness of her skin. The city's temptations were many, but none could replace the raw, honest desire that simmered between him and Amara. His heart ached for a second chance, not just at love, but at a passion that burned beyond the surface. The reunion in Paris. Chike surprised Amara with a visit to Egenrine during the festival of New Yam. The village glowed with lights and celebration, but for the two lovers, the world contracted to their shared breath and heated glances. Under the ancient mango tree, where they first confessed their love, they held each other close. Amara's hands roamed over Chike's strong chest, igniting a fire that neither distance nor time could extinguish. That night, in the small hut she called home, their bodies intertwined like rivers merging. Soft whispers turned to moans as they explored the depths of their desire, rediscovering the electric chemistry between them. In that intimate space, love and lust collided, carving a memory neither would forget. The city's shadow. After the festival, Chike returned to Paris with a heavy heart. The city's coldness pressed down on him, the memories of Amara burning brighter than ever. Claudine's presence felt suffocating, her touch a reminder of everything he didn't want. Yet, the fear of losing the life he had built gnawed at him. One evening, as rain poured against his window, Chike dreamed of Amara's warm skin against his. The distance between them seemed unbearable, but hope flickered in his chest. He vowed to fight for their love, to seize the second chance fate had offered. Paris might be his battleground, but Amara was his heart's true home. The confession. Amara waited anxiously when Chike called late one evening.
I'm sorry.
His voice trembled with vulnerability.
But my heart
He
yearns
confessed.
for you.
Her breath caught. The ache of separation softened with each word. I never stopped loving you, she whispered. Let's build something real, together. Their reunion was a promise sealed not just by words, but by the burning need that danced between them. Passion reborn. In Paris, Amara and Chike's reunion was a whirlwind of passion and discovery. Amara's village innocence mingled with Chike's city sophistication, creating a potent blend of desire. Nights were spent exploring each other's bodies with reverence and hunger. Every touch, every kiss was a rediscovery, a celebration of love's endurance. In their private moments, clothes fell away, leaving only bare skin and pounding hearts. The city's lights flickered outside, but inside, The world was ablaze with erotic fire. They were no longer just lovers reunited. They were two souls, igniting a new chapter, filled with sensual promise. Temptations tested, yet temptation still lurked. Claudine's messages arrived, dripping with jealousy and regret. Paris whispered promises of fame and fortune, but Amara's steady presence grounded Cheek, reminding him what truly mattered. One evening, as Claudine appeared uninvited at a gallery opening, Cheek's hand found Amara's. Their eyes locked, a silent vow exchanged. No matter the city's pool, their love was stronger. They would fight for it and savor every second. A night to remember. Under the Paris moon, Amara and Cheek shared a night of unparalleled passion. The city's sounds faded as they lost themselves in each other. Silk sheets tangled around bare limbs, soft moans filling the room. Cheek's hands traced the delicate curves of Amara's body, worshipping her skin like sacred art. Amara gasped as waves of pleasure crashed over her, their connection deep and primal. In that moment, time ceased. There was only the heat between them. An erotic symphony played in whispers and sighs, dreams and doubts. Morning light crept through the curtains, casting soft glow on tangled sheets and flushed skin. Amara traced Chike's tattooed arms, heart full. But doubts whispered. Could their love survive the pull of two worlds? Could the village girl and city man find a way to blend their lives? They spoke honestly, laying bare fears and hopes, their dreams entwined, stronger than ever. Second chances were rare. They vowed to cherish this. Homecoming. Amara joined Chike in Paris, trading village paths for cobbled streets and cafes. The city embraced her with new colors and sounds. Together, they navigated this new world, sometimes clumsy, often passionate. Their love blossomed, rooted in the past, but reaching toward the future. Paris was no longer just a city. It was the second chance, a place where love and desire intertwined endlessly. The promise. Under the Eiffel Tower's sparkling lights, Cheek knelt before Amara, his voice steady, eyes shining with devotion. Will you be mine forever? Tears glistened in Amara's eyes as she whispered yes. The kiss sealed a promise, not just of love, but of new beginnings. Together, they embraced the future, passion blazing like a guiding star. Forever and always. Years later, Amara and Cheek stood hand in hand, their love weathered but unbroken. From village roots to city dreams, they had found their way back to each other. Their story was one of passion, mistakes, and redemption, a testament to second chances. In each other's arms, they discovered the true meaning of love, a fire that burns eternal, fierce, and free. And beneath the Parisian sky, their hearts beat as one, forever and always. What lesson did you learn from the story of Chike and Amara? Do you think this kind of true love still exists? Share your thoughts with me in comments section. As the lights of Paris fade into dawn and the village breathes with the soft rhythm of home, Amara and Chike stand at the crossroads of their fate. The journey has been marked by heartache and desire, by choices that threaten to break them, but also by the enduring strength of love. In the quiet moments, they find not just forgiveness, but a chance to write a new story together. Second chances. In Paris reminds us that love, when true, always finds a way back. Don't forget to hit the notification button. Thanks for your support, always. This is Wise Tales.